Recording is in progress. A little later than usual, but better late than never. Daryl Snyder, Fantasy Sports Logic. Brandon Abbey, I just spoke to him. He's got a great life. He is again on assignment. He will be with us tomorrow. This is Thursday, July 27th. I know the date. My mother's birthday is tomorrow, July 28th. This is our daily deeper dive podcast in conjunction with Ballpark Pal. Ballpark Pal simulates any given Major League Baseball game up to 3,000 times, and they also are one of the 7 live player projection data feed partners inside the Contrarian Edge Optimizer, which I'll touch on a little bit. It's a small slate, afternoon slate. I think there was one early game. I'm going to show you real quick, not to bore you with details. The homepage, Fantasy Sports Logic. Subscribe to the blog. It's free. A lot of things here on the homepage. You can watch the short little less than 1 minute video on the 7-day test drive for only $1 of the Contrarian Edge Optimizer. You can see there with our data partners, we provide, along with Ballpark Pal, 50,000, over 50,000 combined simulations of any given Major League Baseball event. Also a nice 3-minute video on really crazy cool features of the optimizer that keep expanding. Let me get to the blog. Here it is. I posted it this morning. Those of you that follow along, I'm going to click on it. And that link right there, you've obviously located it if you're listening to this video. There's Ballpark Pal. You can get a lot more information at ballparkpal.com. Aaron, the founder there, provides me every morning. I wake up 5 a.m.-ish Pacific Coast time and post these to the blog. Daily home run reports, daily fantasy reports, daily starting pitcher preview, and the Ballpark daily stadium reports. And again, looks like there's only 4 afternoon games, or 4 games total, 3 in the afternoon. I'm going to play a few. Nice, really super condensed slate. Looking like, just glancing, first time I really have had time to pay attention. A lot of crazy cool things happening that everyone that follows will find out about, but let's stay focused on the topic. But it looks like of the 3 games or the 4 games, one's already went off. I don't know if this was an earlier or later. Guess I could check on the optimizer and see. Maybe I can see since I did save some games. What games are we looking at? So the Mets, one of them. Washington Mets. Yep. Washington Mets, Cardinals, Cubs, and Cleveland White Sox are the 3 games. So that Ohtani Detroit game was already gone by the time you watched it. But you got 3 Mets predicted to pop in the home run projections. Alvarez, nice young catcher. For the Mets, 23% projected to hit a home run. He has a nice 13% matchup, 19% park boost. Brandon Nemo, or Nemo, Finding Nemo, or Finding Nemo. 22% home run boost, 4% matchup, big boost in the park. In New York today, you can see 25% for how the Sims have projected him, 19% for Alvarez, and never to be underestimated. Pete, I can hit a lot of home runs. Alonso, 21 and almost 0.5% to hit a home run today. Nice matchup, nice park boost. Looks like back to Mets, right? You only have 3 games. Lindor, 21% home run. Matchup is neutral. Big boost in park for the way he hits. Ohtani, it's already went off, so you can see how well that might have worked out for you. Same way with Detroit there. Here's Candelario on the opposite side of that Mets game for Washington. He is 10% in boost. Not so good matchup, but he has a boost in the ballpark. So Green has already won off Rogers. So has, now here's the Cubs. Cardinal game. Bellinger had a great year. So far, nice acquisition. I was hoping the Giants would have went after him earlier. I think he would have done a nice left-handed bat. There's that Cleveland game, Jimenez, and then on the opposite side of the Sox, Bell. Ballpark Daily Fantasy Report. Again, this is nice. It's a consolidated slate. He sorts it by position, 3 for every position except for pitcher and outfielder, and he gives you like 9 today in the outfield and 9 in the pitching, outside of the fact that one of these games was early. So there's Alonso, the #1 pick to click. You can see the blue is FanDuel projected scoring. The green is DraftKings, a couple of Tigers, which have already won off. There's a Cardinal. There's a Met, and there is an Indian. These are all 3 relevant. If you're looking for some suggestions for your lineups in the afternoon slate, or maybe you're correlating this information for DFS prop plays on platforms like Drafters, one of our partners. There's another Met, Lindor, Abrams, Washington, and Nito, an Angel, all in the shortstop position. Alvarez as a catcher. We'll go through this. Otani's already played, as well as Cabrera. Pitching wise, what do we have? Cease, Dylan Cease, got that little mustache look. For the White Sox, has a nice projection of 17 points on DraftKings. By B, the Cleveland pitcher, looks like it should be Bibby, but it's by B, according to sources. And then Senga, the Mets, he has a pretty crazy slider. Otani's already passed, Lorenzo's passed. Nicolas, I saw him rumored maybe to be picked up by the Giants. He's in there, steal for the Cubs. See some other than back to the outfield. Nemo or Nemo for the Mets. Then you can go through, but these are nice. The Aaron does a nice job. 3,000 simulation gives you what he believes to be the DFS plays of the day. Here's starting pitcher preview. That game is gone. That game is gone. 3 afternoon games to choose from. Josiah Gray for the Nats. This grades out their last 1,000 pitches of the pitches they prefer to throw. Unfortunately, he prefers to throw the slider 34% of the time, and he grades out really bad. An F, not even good on his far-seam fastball. It's average. Cutter looks a little better than usual. But look at Senga. Senga looking like a pitcher to maybe load up on. Only 3 games late against the Nats. Overall, AA plus. Last 1,000 pitches of Senga's preferred. Four-seam fastball, A minus. Curve, or no, that's cutter, A, slider, B. Projected at just shy of 6 strikeouts. Pretty good matchup here in pitching, but overall better than the last. Well, still stays away from his four-seam fastball, where he's given a grade of an F. His slider and sinker, very nice. A minus A, 5 strikeouts. Nicolas, hopefully the Giants will look at this, not so strong. Is projected to go 6 innings, only 2.5 runs, but not fared so well in his last 5,000 pitches. Bybee and Cease, nice little matchup there. Almost 6 strikeouts and a little over 6. Grade out well, except for Bybee may want to not tip off his change as much. Daily Stadium report. For 4 games, we're only going to look at 3 in the afternoon, or the main slate. You got Citi Field, nice boost. That's Mets. You can see why the wind blowing out, sunshine, warmth, 25% boost in home runs. So you can kind of figure out the way that may be the most strategic. The Mets, Alonso, as you saw, Lindor, down in doubles and triples, but again, because of the boost in home runs, anything up in the air could just fly out of the park and single to neutral. Guaranteed field for that Indians White Sox game. You see that, interesting, right? Wind in. Still a 16% boost in home runs, 5% overall. Take that for what you think. And then in St. Louis, wind out. I'm not sure what that means. What is that icon? The chance of storms, maybe? I'll have to look at that. Anyways, you can see the boost is not so good in home runs, -8%, doubles and triples -5, a little boost in singles. So appreciate this information. As I had mentioned earlier, Ballpark Pal currently one of our 8 live player projection feeds in the Contrarian Edge Optimizer. 1 is the blend, 7 includes Ballpark Pal, Baker engine with 10,000 simulations, FTN data with Frank, 40,000 simulations, Sports Data IO, Stats Perform, RotoWire, Sport Radar. They've all been around a combined 100,000 years, 100,000 years. We Star Trek time. 100 years of combined experience. So the best of the best. If you want to know what I'm rambling on about, you can try the Contrarian Edge Optimizer. 7 days, only $1. After that, you're not going to be automatically upgraded if you love what you see, and I'm sure you will. A month for $29.97, or lifetime, one time, all sports. MLB now, NFL's coming, NBA will be there, golf, and who knows, maybe croquet in the future. It's all included in that one price currently. It will soon be an annual price. This is Drafters, our partner. A couple of promotions. If you take that test drive while the supply lasts, they have gifted us. We will gift you a one-time $20 entry into their $2 million best ball NFL contest with $300,000 first prize. That's a nice thing for just trying out the test drive. If you decide to make a deposit with FSL 100 code, it is going to match $100 with $100 credits for maybe more best ball entries, maybe some prop picks, whatever you want to use it for. You can, but if you do the math and you get 1 free one, and then you could potentially get 10 more from 150 max in that $20. Nice value. So thank you, the Drafters, for that. I've covered a lot. I won't get into the Contrarian Edge Optimizer unless you want me to. You want me to? What kind of time do we have? 2:35. If the slate goes off at the first game, Mets 4:10, Cubs Cardinals. Oh, it was a night game, I think was what that thing was. That little icon. Looks like there's a chance of rain in New York. Not sure of the probability there. You might want to check that out. That would be a bummer. Just a 3-game slate to not be able to play any of those. That would make it a 2-game slate. Do I have up anywhere the? I don't know if I can find it. I've been busy today, as you can see. Burrow, he was injured, calf injury. Just watching that. Let's try this. Let's see one. Pull up the optimizer. See what we have going on in that main slate. The #1 projected overall player to pop is Senga from the Mets. You can see here, pointed it out earlier. There's our proprietary secret sauce blend of the 7 partners. Baker, Ballpark Pal, that we just referred to, FTN Data, RotoWire, Sport Radar, Sports Data IO, and Stats Perform. The best of the best all in one place. You can see there as they crunch the numbers with their simulators and data scientists. Projected ownership is by us. I mean, it's a small slate, so obviously it's going to be more than usual. Almost 70% of the field like Senga because he's projected highest. 9,000, he's the highest price pitcher or position player on the slate. Bybee for Cleveland against those Sox, only 7,200, almost 50% owned. Dylan Cease, 40. I mean, you got to go somewhere, right? Looks like to get different. Josiah Gray, only 4% owned. Mikolas, not sure if that's how you pronounce it, less than 4% owned. Those could vary. Pete Alonso and the position players, Lindor, Goldie, Goldie, that projected only 15% owned. $6,000, but his upside is obviously good. Arenado. Let's see what the optimizer says. You can do a lot of things, like contrarian edge mode. That's why it's called CEO. You can go on or off. I keep it on. 4-game slate. I don't know how different we can get, but could probably get a little different. So it's going to speak out those value plays of the day for you automatically. I like to do stack attacks, 3-game slate. I mean, if one of those teams goes off and you have stacked 5, which I like to do, and normally larger slates, you might go down to 4, but let's just say one team of the 3-game slate. So there's 6 teams, runs off and scores over 10 points. The correlation with the players on that team tends to lead to greater probability of winning. You can choose. You can say, I just want to stack Cubs or Sox or did I say any Guardians? I almost said it. Mets, blah, blah, blah. But we love auto. Let our combining of all these do the work for you. Stack attack mode is off. We want it on. We want full attack mode. Put it on. If you want to lock in a pitcher, you say Senga or nothing. You can lock him in by B. However you want. I just want to see what all the providers are projecting with our stack. Hold on. Air it out there. If I ran up, run that. It gave it to me. Once in a while, this is in beta. That's why while we're in beta, $299.97 lifetime, one time, all sport, all goody. But look, we love diversity, right? I mean, in a 3-game slate, how different can you get? You can get still different. Senga, Bybee, Cardinal stack. I believe I just glanced at it. Yeah, Cardinal stack of 5. Suzuki Cubs in there. DJ Stewart is probably going to get you a little different. The Baker with this is our blend of the 7. Baker, 10,000 simulations. They like the Cubs, not a bad choice. Tauchman's been great at leadoff. Cubs are within the game at 500, making a nice push. Morel, you can only stack 5, so you have 3 other options. It's chosen Alonso and the White Sox. Benintendi. Did I say that right? I watch them all. I never had to pronounce all their names, but you can see a nice blend. Ballpark Pal. Looks like it likes a Met stack. Is this a there's a Met stack. I mean, you can't get a lot of difference between in 3 games, but you see how diverse this is, right? And you can go, you said, well, hey, I thought there was 7 feeds. All right, moving this is bugging me. with the blend, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have a little slider. So you can go right to the slider for radar, sports data IO, stats perform, all with a little bit different combination. Some may be the same. Justin Steele and Mikolas, Josiah Gray. I mean, whatever you think fits, if you like any of these, and then you can go a step further. If you're playing a max 150 or a max 20 or 3, a single, your single's right there. The first ones are probably the ones with the greatest possibility, but if you want to get different, can't remember how many I entered in the I think I played half of a max 20 or something, 10. Let's say 10. 10 on the blend, right? Show me something good. I didn't set any diversity or max exposure, so but it selected out of my 10, 2 Mets stack, 2 Cubs, 2 Cleveland. Let's see what it pulled up. It threw up here a CSV file and I missed it. I could download that, probably go back and do it, but it'll throw it up here on a Mac, and I hit that, I can download it to, in this case, DraftKings, but we do have FanDuel. Watch what happens when I close. There they are. Right? Shows me what they were, because all I saw was a CSV file. Sometimes before you lock that CSV file in, you want to look at these and see, you know, what the optimizer has chosen for you. But again, you can see all kinds of diversity, even though max exposure was 100%. I don't know a lot of the same. I don't see the same pitchers, nice mix and match. You know, if you go across, you don't see the same names, right? So what it does, it gives you coverage, gives you a greater opportunity with coverage and mix and match, that if one of the stacks blows up in a good way, hey, you could be there. If one of the pitchers gets rocked, you didn't lock everything in on the pitcher. And in my experience, especially when you do like 150, I mean, if you're going back 150 on a 3-game slate and you want to get diverse, it's gonna, in my not genius mathematical, that's what our programmers are, but it's going to give you an opportunity to have one of those, and that's the strategy at the top. Not sure on the max. I didn't get around to looking, and I think they were gone. Probably a 3-game slate, max 150 on that $3 that's been pretty popular. Probably price pool was 75,000, so it might have been 7,500 on top or 5,000. But anyways, it's a $3, right? So if you maxed out $3 for 450, and I'm not making any suggestions, I'm just saying what some people do, and you tried to get as much coverage and diversity, just trying to get that one lineup that was a little bit different but performed well, that's all it would take, right? 150 in, and the possibility of today 5,000 on top of that. I think on the $1.20 max, $1,000 on top. So if you want to get 20 different, right? You can use it for all sorts of things. I won't ramble on forever. I will let you know that you can get crazy. Pro option, max exposure I talked about. You don't want 100%. I didn't see 100%. It automatically did that just because we programmed it. But if you want to lock in somebody in every lineup, if you want to lock out a team in a little 3-game slate and say, I don't want any blah, 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 whatever it is, turn that off. I don't want to give you any players. If you want to get more max exposure for Senga or less, you can do it by position, pitcher, lots and lots and lots of goodies, minimum fantasy points. I played around with our programmers. I said, I don't want anybody that's not getting less than 20. They're like, well, that's, you know, you're going to eliminate a lot of people. You would. So We set it at 6 by default, game time decision. It excludes those players most of the time if they're GTD in baseball or MLB, they're not gonna play. That's not the same in basketball, which most everybody's GTD and maintenance, but different thing. Anyways, lots of goodies. Whatever you chose to do there, just make sure you save it. And then when you rerun your lineups, it's gonna be relevant to the attention to detail. So again, a lot of things. I mean, we think that we, for the price, even if price wasn't a concern, have more value and more options. I mean, give me some feedback. If you can find 7 premier providers in one location, regardless of price, please let me know. I'd love to see who else is doing that. And then for only $29.97 a month, or one time, lifetime, all sports, Wild and Beta, Wild Lab, $299.97. Let me know. I've been playing since the late 90s, not a professional. I do have fun. I have studied a lot. It was my passion to create something unique and packed full of value into 2023, and we are on our way to San Jose. Thank you. I'm going to end this video and render it in time, hopefully, for someone to watch it. Maybe just one person that it changes their entire outlook on today and tomorrow and the day after. Thank you. Hopefully you're having an amazingly awesome, super spectacular Thursday. Recording is now not in progress.